Breaking: FBI informant who double-crossed Clintons yesterday just got horrible news. Another one? By Al Waisman for freedomdaily.com. Why am I not surprised on this one if it is what I'm thinking, what the title says? An attorney for an FBI informant in the Uranium One scandal, Victoria Toensing, spoke to Fox News to set the record straight about her client and the Democrats who were actively trying to attack and discredit anyone who dares to tell the truth about Hillary Clinton and her shady dealings in the Uranium One scandal. On Wednesday, Campbell was interviewed for hours by 3 different bipartisan House panels behind closed doors as Hillary Clinton spokesman Nick Merrill slammed the informant by calling his testimony a charade or charade, whichever you want to pick. Notice, like, you see what I'm saying? With facts and proof, and it's a charade. Okay. Along with accusing Campbell of trying to make a name for himself, now that he is dying from cancer, he also said the testimony given was false. To which Campbell's attorney replied that her client had irrefutable proof and has no issue using it to clear his name and to take down the Clinton family once and for all. It looks like the days when the Clintons were let loose to wreak havoc on the well-being of America might finally be coming to an end. Let's see. Toensing went on to explain that her client isn't used to being in the spotlight, although he is used to threats from the Russians. He has never been under this kind of scrutiny just for trying to do the right thing. Why say the Russians? Just talk about Hillary Clinton. The Russians did their deal. They didn't threaten anyone. It was Hillary Clinton and the rest of her cronies that threatened this guy, because the Russians were just doing a deal. If they got Hillary to approve it, who cares? Why should they be threatening Campbell? The Russians could care less what Campbell did after they got their deal. The Russians could care less what happens to Hillary Clinton after they get their deal. I mean, I don't understand. Everything is the Russians? FBI uncovered informant Douglas Campbell has provided written testimony to Congress that Russian government authorities paid an American lobbying firm millions of dollars to influence the Obama administration and Hillary Clinton. Of course, if they weren't getting paid, they would have never done the deal. So that's why the Russians were paying Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton sold the uranium for actual peanuts. $3 million peanuts to give the uranium to the Russians. Come on, let's go move on, because let's get to the gist of this, because this is aggravating. All right, let's do it. FBI undercover informant Douglas Campbell has provided written testimony to Congress that Russian government authorities paid an American lobbying firm millions of dollars to influence the Obama administration and Hillary Clinton towards enacting favorable policies, including approving a Russian bid to buy stakes in Uranium One. Okay, Campbell added in the testimony that the Russian nuclear officials told me at various times that they expected APCO to apply a portion of the $3 million annual lobbying fee it was receiving from the Russians to provide in-kind support for the Clintons' global initiative. You see? Because she couldn't get the money outright in her pocket. It had to be donated to the Clinton Global Initiative. And it's peanuts if you talk about $3 million for the uranium, right? Think about it. For peanuts she sold the uranium. She could care less. The contract called for 4 payments of $750,000 over 12 months. Yeah, 4 payments of that, $3 million. APCO was expected to give assistance free of charge to the Clinton Global Initiative as part of their effort to create a favorable environment to ensure the Obama administration made affirmative decisions on everything from Uranium One to the U.S.-Russia Civilian Nuclear Corporation Agreement. And she's still walking free. So meanwhile, this guy is telling Congress He was threatened by the government officials. He was threatened by government officials and by Obama and made to sign a non-disclosure agreement. They ripped the guy off for $500K. Yeah, I mean, there were no words. There were no words. And Clinton and Obama still walking around, right? The APCO has denied Campbell's claim, insisting that although it was working for both the Russian government and the Clinton Foundation, different departments within the firm separately handled these tasks. How convenient. Democratic politicians and spokespeople have already tried to smear Campbell as an unreliable source. Of course, he only worked for the FBI for about, like, I don't remember, 25 years or so he's unreliable, and suggested that he is part of a right-wing conspiracy with all the proof now, all the proof he has. He's part of a right-wing conspiracy to frame Hillary Clinton and distract from allegations of Trump-Russia collusion. Okay? So what are you going to tell me? The corruption runs deep now, right? The guy's got evidence. The guy has been under so much stress, and yet they're trying to discredit him. Okay. So Nick Merrill, a spokesman for the Clintons, said Campbell's account is simply being used to distract from, let's say, the real investigation into President Trump and the Russian election meddling. Really? That old hag was going to win the election against Trump? I mean, are you kidding me? You got to be out of your mind if anybody would have voted for that sick hag. Just yesterday, the committee made clear that this secret informant charade, it was just that, a charade, all along with the widely debunked text message gate and Nunez's embarrassing memo episode. We have a trifecta of GOP manufactured scandals designed to distract from their own presidential problems and the threat to democracy he poses, Merrill said. Boy, these talking parrots know exactly what to say. They repeat the same lines over and over again. Oh, here we go with the big shot here. This other disgusting human being, Representative Elijah Cummings, the top Democrat. Of course he'd be a top Democrat. Any other idiot, they respect Elijah Cummings. Forget about it. Anyway, Democrat on the House Oversight and Government Reform Committee, and Representative Adam Schiff, another idiot, a leaker and a sneaky you-know-what, the top Democrat on the House Intelligence Committee, asserted that Justice Department officials told both parties during a briefing in December that they ultimately found they could not trust Campbell, really, when he was working as an FBI informant. Democrats have not explained why the FBI would have employed Campbell as an undercover agent for years, cleared him to inform 3 separate congressional committees about his classified work, and paid him $50,000 for his surveillance work if they did not trust him, right? Another important takeaway from the Hill's report, Campbell informed Congress that his information was briefed to top FBI officials and President Obama himself on one occasion before the administration's decision to approve the Uranium One deal, but this apparently had no impact on American government actions. I was frustrated watching the U.S. government make numerous decisions benefiting Rosatom and Tenex, while those entities were engaged in serious criminal conduct on U.S. soil, Campbell wrote. But that was their plan, to take down America anyway. They could care less. Tenex and Rosatom were raking in billions of U.S. dollars by signing contracts with American nuclear utility clients. At the same time, they were indulging in extortion by using threats to get bribes and kickbacks, with a portion going to Russia for high-ranking officials. He said he never got a satisfactory answer from the FBI. Oh my, how they let him live, it's beyond me. After almost 3 decades, we are still having to deal with the Clinton cartel. This is unbelievable. The end of the Clintons should have come when President Bill Clinton let Osama bin Laden go free not once, but 3 times, because he was too busy having fun with interns in the Oval Office to see the dire consequences having someone like bin Laden roaming free meant. If not for the Clinton family, then we may not have had 9/11 and all the wars, which seem to never end. Please share if you would like to see the Clinton nightmare come to an end once and for all. I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it with all this corruption. I mean, it's just never ending. It's very aggravating when you know, you see what these people get away with. It's just mind-boggling. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.